In this video, we're going to talk about composing an email in our new Gmail-based email system. To compose a message, we're going to go up to the left-hand corner of our email, and we're going to click on the Compose button. When we do that, we see that a new message window pops up, and we are able to start our message. If we simply click the button again, a second window will pop up. You can have multiple windows open at a time, and it won't impact your ability to send messages. When we are looking at the screen, there's a couple of things to kind of note just about the main screen. The minimize button will drop your message down so that way you can continue looking at other emails and then come back to it to maximize it and continue typing on your email. The expanding button will shoot the message out to full screen, where you kind of takes over your screen and you can see that. If you like this view that you want it to be larger as you're composing a message, you can make this your default by coming down to these more options in the bottom right hand corner and clicking the default to full screen, and then anytime you click the compose message, this is how it will pop up for you as you click that message. If you click those two arrows again, it will bring it back to the normal compose area. The X button will close out of the message. If you've already started your email, it will save. You'll see if I change this to test message, we'll now see here in just a minute that I have my draft save. If I were to click this X button, my message won't be deleted. It just saves it and closes it. And then I can get back to my drafts over here on the left, open this, and my new message is still waiting here for me. In the to field, I can type any email address that I would like if I know it. Also within Gmail, similar to Outlook, our directory information, or that list of email addresses for all staff and students, is loaded. One thing to note about email, that as you are typing emails in, it will put your most used emails up towards the top, the people that you contact the most, and then other people within the organization further down the screen. All staff and students are loaded into the system, so you will want to make sure that as we're taking a look at this, that you are paying attention to who you're emailing in case there is sensitive content within your message. If you notice, staff do have just that J colon in their email addresses, whereas students do have their graduation year and their full name spelled out. So that's one kind of tip for how to keep track of those different email addresses. So say I want to email Josh, I'll go ahead and click on his name, and it fills that in there for me. I can, from this screen, also add a carbon copy to copy someone else if they also need the message, or that blind carbon copy where they don't know who else the message goes to. When we go to compose our message and type in our compose box, I will get a little bit of information in here. If I were to go down to a new line and say I wanted to tab over for a paragraph, that's not something that you're able to do in Gmail. Watch the send button at the bottom of the screen. When I click tab, you'll notice that it advances my cursor option down to send. If I click it again, it keeps moving that tab over to the different options that you have available. So tab isn't something that's available. It does just create new paragraphs within the message. So you have your typing ability there. You do have your send button. When you're ready to send the message out, across the bottom, this A down here at the bottom, if you click on that, it opens up your formatting menu. You can make your changes to go backwards or forwards in your message. You can change your font type, font size, then those traditional formattings, bold, italics, underline. Your text color is where you change, like the highlight is the background color. The text color itself would change. If I were now, I am typing in red. You can set that up before you start typing, or if I wanted to go in and make changes now and maybe a yellow highlight, that's really hard to read, but you can see what we have going on there. So you can do some basic formatting with this formatting bar. Next, we get into our attachments and different ways that you can add information. The paperclip is going to be your traditional attach files from your desktop computer. You can attach files up to 25 megabytes, which is pretty standard. Next, you have your insert a link. If you have a web address or an email address that you would like to link, you can just highlight the information that you would like to link, click that button, type in your web address or paste your URL, and then it would create a hyperlink. The button I really like in Gmail is this insert from Drive. When I click this button, it links out to my Google Drive, and then I am able to access any Drive file that I have saved in my computer. I'm able to click on that, and then it would insert that file for me as a presentation. It would automatically check to see if someone in the email has access to that file and alert you before you hit send if you need to share that file with them. So it's a really nice feature. I no longer have to go out to the share button, click that copy, the URL, paste it in, or try and figure out a way to hyperlink it. It just automatically puts that in there for you. Then the last inserting button that you have is insert photo. The reason why you would choose to insert a photo versus just attach it is if I click insert photo, it will put it into the body of the message, kind of like this email presentation link, versus attaching it in the traditional way where it would just send that a file attachment of the photo. So that's why you would use that. You do have some signature buttons, and then you're really ready to send at that point. If I hit send, Josh will get a copy of this email, just like normal. If I decide that maybe I don't want to send Josh this email, I can, if I hit that trash button, again, it would discard that draft into my trash can for to be deleted within 30 days. That's the basics of composing a message. We'll take a look in another video about replying to messages that are sent to you.